So what happened in the dream was I was, and I don't think this is to be taken at face value. I think there's something subversive under the dream. Anywho, so I am sneaking into a church, and it bears resemblance to the last little church I went to. I had to leave because there was no kids there. My grandmother, who was a witch, her name was Betty, and her mother's name was Jean, and this old lady's name was Betty Jean.
Synthetic cannabinoids were never meant for human consumption. God only knows what doors they open up, where there are entities just waiting to hijack someone's consciousness and cause all sort of problems.
Yes, I know what Raven saw in the woods when he was a kid. Okay, just a quick reminder for those of you who don't know, when I was a child, I saw what I thought was a naked black baby.
We are grifting, I suppose, depending on your definition of grift.
What he gives is death and destruction decorated with ribbons and good looks.
I've seen people speak in tongues and then right after translate what they said. Most of the time it's just like, you know, praise God, that kind of stuff.
And I was very sad. I cried a lot, you know, and I felt super lost and sad because only like a couple of years before that I was homeless. I just felt so worthless.
We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers. We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
Oh yeah, dude. There's some Nephilim. It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us fight and be slaves. And everybody's just walking around, heading the clouds and wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. But then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end of days.
Everybody is slaves, only some are aware that the government releasing poison in the air.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of NDS Chronicles, the show where we read your submitted paranormal testimony. My name is David Lee Corbo, a.k.a. The Raven. That is Top Lobster, the father of disinformation. And before we go forward, we got to warn you guys that if you don't pay us, you can't watch this. Not for at least 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I don't know how long our backlog is.
Figure it out.
Well, we're doing good. We got a nice pace going on. I say that after we didn't post anything to YouTube for a couple of days. But anyway,
the problem is Nancy. It's just
that is a huge problem.
Dragging her feet.
Problem. Don't employ the Asian community at all. They'll let you down. Go to patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. Sign up for whatever tier you'd like. I recommend the $10 tier. Gets you access to 2 days of Bohemian Grove. 6 hours each day. 12 hours in total. That's 6 plus 6 equals 12. It's great over there at patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. There's also... Why did you post that twice? Look at that.
I don't know. I'm looking at it as how members see it. This looks horrible.
Yeah, it does look horrible.
What do we have under recommendations? What does this mean?
Let's see. Click.
What
the... Get that out of there.
How do we get this out of here?
Nasty. Remove it. Trash.
Don't do that.
There we go.
Who should we recommend? Don't do this either.
Dr. Jerry Marzinski. Does he have a Patreon account?
I don't know. Go to Ed. Yeah, we recommend Ed.
We recommend Ed.
This is what you guys see when you go on this? This sucks.
Why didn't you tell us that? Yeah, this all looks very bad. Anyway, patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. Sign up, enjoy stuff. And somewhere around the half an hour mark, we'll be going live exclusively there. And not here, where you're listening currently.
No. Yeah, some big news today.
Do we?
Yeah. I got a retweet from the Hodge twins. Very cool. Very cool. So, guys, go over there if you're watching live. Let me actually repost this. If you're watching live, hold on before I say it so that way they can go and do that.
Make end towers in there.
Well, I did. If you're watching live, go ahead and tag David L. Corbo, Top Lobster, and Nephilim Death Squad, and let them know that we're interested in talking to them. I did promise the people in the chat that I would call them in real life, which may have been a mistake. Because now I got to do
it. Though they seem like cool N-words, you know.
Yeah, I think I can get away with it. They're kind of big though. They're kind of big.
Oh yeah, they're big guys. They're strong guys. But I mean, you know, who cares? It's not like they'll kill us, right? They won't kill us. YOLO.
Well,
exactly.
I mean, it's like say it to my face and that kind of. So they might.
Yeah, but if we do, and then we get beat up real bad for it, how cool would that be?
It would be like testing, like hole in their card. Like, hey, you gonna do that? You gonna do
bleed, dude. We can make them bleed.
I don't want to make them bleed. I like these guys, but
I like them too. But it's just I don't think there's anything wrong with making people bleed. Yeah.
All right, this show isn't going well. I said before the show started, I was like, David, let's like behave a little bit today.
Oh, that's right.
And you were like, no, we're gonna do what we're gonna do, and then here we go, already calling people racial
That's actually
slurs.
not a lie at all. That's exactly how that conversation went. Anyway, we're gonna get into some submissions because that's what this show is about. But I do have a little thing to say. I had a dream.
Oh my God!
I had a dream, and I gotta, I have to tell the dream. So what happened in the dream was I was, and I don't think this is to be taken at face value. I think there's something subversive under the dream. Anywho, so I'm sneaking into a church, and it bears resemblance to the last little church I went to. I had to leave because there was no kids there. Anyway, I dropped down from the ceiling, ninja style.
No kids to eat at this church.
No kids to eat, no kids to drink. So I go, this is not a good fit for me. But while I'm there, I do this. I drop down, and this guy who's supposed to be guarding the front door sees me. And you know who he looks like? He looks like the fat guy in the tank top from King of the Hill, who's one of the homies that hangs out with Hank. Kind of talks like this. Hey, Hank. I don't know. Yeah, that guy. So he looks like just like that guy, except a living, flesh, not animation. And he is trying to give me the key to the door because at least if he could pass off the key to me, he can use that as like plausible deniability. Like, look, that's how he got in. He had a key. It's not my fault because he was going to get reamed for letting me in. Anyway, he's trying to give me this key. I'm backing away from him like, nope, don't want the key. And then I trip and I fall. And I realize when I land on the ground, I'm like, oh, this is what these guys are doing in here at night. A small congregation of dudes at night. They're doing tarot cards.
Ooh,
and then
not
good. So I have this, all of a sudden this keeps repeating in my head. It's what was the phrase? Divination in the church, divination in the church, divination in the church, like over and over and over again.
Yeah, what did you message me? Some dumb like that, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but we have work to do.
Here we go. I'm telling you, what did I say?
Yeah, you said another strange dream about divination in the church. I said, I don't know what that means. And then you sent me a picture of a guy squirting sake into your mouth.
Yeah, which was cool. I went to Hibachi, and we could talk a little bit about that, but that'll be fast. Anyway, so the dream basically ends because I'm woken up. I get divination divination in the church, divination in the church. I wake up to my wife.
What does that mean? What is divination?
Divination, I don't know. I don't know. I was hoping maybe you would know what it really. I don't know what it means. And I wake up to my wife. She's struggling. She's having like a dream or a nightmare possibly, and she's like, she actually she goes, woo. And I was like, oh. So I woke her up, and that was pretty much it. But as I'm awake, I'm laying there.
It's the practice of seeking knowledge, guidance, or insight through supernatural means or interpreting signs. I'm sure somebody has already told us that.
Yeah,
in the church. Divination in the church. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Knowledge through supernatural signs in the church.
Yeah, I guess so. But they were doing tarot.
Okay.
So whatever. I don't remember. I saw Nancy say what cards did they pull. I don't remember. They had a bunch of them laid out on the ground. I don't remember what they were. I know specifically that they morphed into something. It kind of looked like lizard people. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think there's a lizard people tarot.
No, yeah. So common types of divination could be astrology, tarot reading, runes, scrying.
See, that's interesting because I don't inherently know that divination and how it applies to tarot. But that was something that was like boom, 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 over and over and over again. And then I woke up and my wife was having a nightmare. And then, but as I'm laying there in this kind of pseudo sleep state still, because I woke up to wake her up, but I was still a little bit out of it. And in my head is still going divination in the church, divination in the church. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. I don't think that it's, because on its face, it's like, oh, somebody's doing divination in your church. I don't think so, actually. That's not the impression that I get. But yeah, and also, I said something to you and you said what? So I was at the hibachi place, the Asian man squirting sake into my open mouth in front of my family. and because it was my birthday yesterday. So I went, I had some hibachi. There I am. And look behind my head. There's a wonderful woman there. Her name is Betty.
Beatrice.
Nope. Betty Jean something. And Betty Jean is a wonderful woman. And she and I got to chatting. And she goes, "What do you do for a living?"
There's
and I
no
said,
way you were talking to somebody, a random stranger. Let me guess, you told them you do a podcast.
You know, I don't like talking to strangers. That you say that like that's a thing that happens. I don't like that, but I did do that, and she asked me what I did, and I said I'm a like a media personality. I do a show about conspiracy through the biblical lens, and she said, "What?" And she pulled back, and she was so interested. Long story short, she asks me, she goes, "Could you speak at my church?"
That's
and I go, "What? What am I supposed to say? No, though? Like,
no, I mean, you say, why?
well, I think
Right.
it was an effort to get like young people in. She saw me. She saw I was handsome. She saw I was cool. She saw I was talented. She saw I was well spoken.
Like, this
she
guy
saw
could catch so much sake. in his
so
mouth.
much. Look at how much money. I mean, how much sake this dude can catch in his mouth. So I said, well, I mean, hey, I don't know what I even said, but she took down. I gave her no, let's not do that, Hingy. I gave her the email, nephilimdsquad@gmail.com. I gave her that, and then she was like, I need a phone number too. I go, all right, fine, here's a phone number. Well, first she was like, what's the name of your show? And I was like, and then she handed
It's
me
like,
a
I'm not
notebook.
comfortable disclosing that.
Well, I said, I'll do that. So I did it. I wrote down Nephilim Death Squad. And then she goes, and what's your name? And I said, David Lee Corbo. And then she goes, would you speak at our church? And I go, oh, I don't know.
About what?
I don't know. No idea. We didn't clarify. This was the tail end of the conversation. I was kind of getting up and doing the body language of I've got to go. I've had enough sake and I've got to leave now. And so anywho, she goes, I'm going to need a phone number too. I go, fine then. But you know what's interesting? They are divinating in that church. I hope that's not the case. You know what's interesting though? My grandmother, who was a witch, her name was Betty. And her mother's name was Jean. And this old lady's name was Betty Jean. And I said, all right, fine.
And she's
Here's
not
my
your
information. What's that?
lover. And she's not your lover. All right.
No, I see what you did there. This is Michael Jackson.
I'm
Shout out,
trying.
Michael. But yeah, so who knows? Maybe we'll get an email at one point and they'll say, come and talk at our church. And you know what it is? It's Faith Church. It's the big one over here.
What does that mean?
It's the big church over here. It doesn't mean anything. It's the big church that's
You're
over
saying
here.
a lot of things. I don't know what they mean. Faith Church.
It's the name of the church. It's the big one.
Yeah, but all these churches are big.
They are pretty big. This is big church land.
Where is it? Where is it?
Here in the villages. She goes, oh my God, I can't believe you're so young and you moved to the villages. I said, why would I be like everybody else and wait to move into this paradise, this artificial paradise?
As a matter of fact, do I still have it pulled up? I do have it pulled up.
What is that? The Owen Benjamin song?
Yeah, but like the full version of what it is. Maybe I'll show. I don't know if you saw it. Let's just play it really quick. But Al did a freaking tremendous job.
Second one was real chill. Third one I bought when I went overseas.
It's like with the camera angles.
Dude, all
Great.
facts, by the way. She's a real looker.
Technically
not a hooker.
Great line. All right.
Love
yeah, that's when that hits.
Am I wrong here? Deniggerification Incorporated
Ooh, that's not
CEO
nice.
says, that's not nice. Says, bro, if you're not getting a Calvaclaw, if you're not getting red flags, I don't know what to tell you here. Are you getting red flags from this? She seemed like a lovely old woman.
Well, let's take a look at the picture again.
Yeah, zoom in on old Betty
Don't.
Jean.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were gonna call her an old. Don't say that. She could be
She's a lovely lady.
could be a nice
What's
crone.
the problem here? I don't understand.
Let's see.
Also, I can chug a lot. So
She
this
seems
guy,
nice.
she was great. She's got great teeth. She's lovely. I love her. Don't do that.
This is crazy. Okay. I don't know. I don't know
Here's some
anything
red
about her.
flags. She
I don't
was
really
great.
know. I don't know what you're doing over there.
She gave my son a little thing from her church. It's a little, the little rubber Jesuses that are everywhere.
What church is this? I'm trying to find
It's the Faith one. It's the big one. It's huge. It's by the Villages, like real close. It's right down the street from me. And she goes, I'm not trying to take you away from your church, but you
She's
can come
Jewish?
here and talk sometime. No, that's my old lady voice for everybody. Even my mother, who doesn't sound like that.
I
Oh,
don't know.
God.
I don't know where these people are. I don't know who they are.
Come on, man. Faith Church.
You know the
Faith
one.
Church. Big. Look at it. Villages.
Church, big.
Villages. Is it Faith Church of Christ? Maybe that's it. Nope, that doesn't look like it. It's the
Perfect.
Wichita Falls, Texas. Come on, dude. What the?
See what I mean? You see what you're doing to me?
No.
here?
Hold on. Church. And then we're
All right,
gonna get
this
into
is
stories.
great. It's great content. No, but we need to find the church this lady goes to.
It's
a
the big
swingers.
ass one.
It's a
Village of
swingers
Faith.
church.
Chapel of Christian Faith. No, is this it? Nope, that's not it either.
He doesn't know. He has no clue.
Oh no. Fairway. Maybe that's what she said. Fairway. What's that? 466. Maybe it was actually Fairway, and could have been Fairway. Let's have a gander at Fairway Church. No, let's look at it. It's the big one. I think it is Fairway. I think that's why I was
Right, we'll look at that Fairway Church because that does sound familiar.
Fairway's right around the corner. They don't have any pictures that are normal. It's a big church though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a Bible church. What does that mean? Fairway Bible
read it.
Church. Okay, sounds good.
So everything checks out. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm even going to go and.
Everything checks out.
It's a problem. I don't think there's going to be. I don't even think she's going to hit us up. Honestly, I just thought, oh, isn't that? And I didn't think about it at the time. I just said, oh, I can remember your name because my grandmother's name was Betty and my great grandmother's name was Jean. I'll remember your name. And then because of that interaction, I remember the other lady's name was Debbie, and she was wonderful. And they don't like the trans. They don't like the trans.
What?
And
how do you know?
Yeah,
How do you know this?
because I had a hibachi with them, and I drank some sake, and I asked some questions. I said, "How do you feel about the trans?" I didn't say that. No, she just said, "They don't do that out here," which is what I like in the charter schools. They're not.
She
doing
said
any of
that?
more or less. Yeah, she's like, "That's why I like the charter schools because they don't do that out here." And I said, "Yeah, I actually heard that the public school here does have the middle school. If my son went to public school here, which I'm like, maybe we got to figure something out. He would be going to a place. Look, that's Billie Jean
This
right
is
there.
the
No,
one. Look at this. I mean, the average age is like 95 here.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. The average age here is like 95. And
Haven't
just
seen
in
one
general.
person that is not
Yeah,
on death's door.
very
It's
old.
cool. So you're gonna
Apparently,
go
they don't
there?
have any kids going there. And so they're trying to, in other words, they're trying to suck the life force from me. When she said, "Do you want to come and talk?" what she really meant is, do you want to engage in a life force swapping ritual where we drain you, you age rapidly, and we remain young forever? is what they were asking. I don't know. They seem nice. They don't have kids though. Oh, maybe they will put me in their will. I mean, it could be. What's the
Red flag-
problem?
Red flags going back up.
What red flags? I don't know. They seem lovely. They seem
It's a
lovely.
vampire church, is what they're saying. Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, could be. I mean, yeah, they don't have any kids there, but that's because nobody is raising their children in the faith anymore. All right. So anyway, let's get into a story here. We have Kate's story. By the way, I watched I forgot what it was called, but it's a documentary, might be on Netflix, all about those schools that Kate went to where they made her get on all fours and bark like a dog until she sobbed. I know that didn't happen to her. She was explicit about that, but I'm going to say it anyway. They made Kate get on all fours and bark like a dog until she sobbed. They kidnapped her in the night, which I do think they did to Kate. And so I watched one episode of a documentary on that so far. It's a limited series on Netflix. Crazy. I mean, they were taking 15-year-old girls. They treat them like prison when they roll them in. I know because I went to jail for a while, and in county, they made me do this. They made me get really naked, and then they made me show them my... And I don't even mean the inmates. I mean, like, the staff, to make sure that I didn't have any contraband in my...
That's a Fairway church?
No. No, dude, that's not Fairway. Fairway Church seems like a lovely church. She's probably listening to this episode right now going, oh my God.
Oh my God. I wish you'll come talk to us still. We need
Well,
good
I mean,
blood.
I might if they ask. I don't know what I'll say, but maybe I'll tell them this story. So, much like jail where they do that to you, they did that to these girls and one of the girls was 15 and she's like, yeah, I had a male staff member watch me get completely naked, squat down and then cough. So I, if there was any contraband in my would go, shooting out. It was fucked up, dude. Like they weren't allowed to look at each other. They're not allowed to make eye contact with each other. They're not allowed to smile. They had to sleep on mattresses in the hallway with the fluorescent bulbs on. Like it's all to break you. It's the same techniques they use in prison to make you submissive or not prison, but at least county jail. So really rough to know that our very own, one of my favorite schizos in the chat, Kate, had to go through that. I don't know if she had to get naked in front of people. It's horrifying if she did, but live or pre-recorded live. We live. Arcane, come on, man. Yeah,
we
sounds like
supposed to behave today. We were supposed to behave. We just can't seem to do it. It's just crazy.
What? We haven't even done anything. I used the A.
You did. It's fine.
I used the A. I'm not even slinging around hard R's anymore. Okay, all right. So we have one from Kate's brother, who I guess I don't know. He says he starts. His name is Adam. I doxed, and he starts by saying, "I'm writing a backstory since you guys read fast." I'm like, I don't think you watch this show.
He doesn't watch the show.
He definitely
Sister
doesn't watch
watches the show, and you
but
just grandfathered in.
It's titled Kate's Brother Spicy Robo Trip.
This is the guy with one arm.
I don't know. There was a guy with one arm. I don't even know.
Yeah, Kate's brother. I think Kate's brother got mangled. He's Asian or something like that. He got mangled in a machine. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. He got wrapped up in heavy machinery over in China. They don't have OSHA.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yep. That's what happens. Okay. So, I'm going to read it. It says, I just see this signed in. Here's Nancy. Brother Adam's
she's getting paid. Crazy.
She's not getting paid anymore. Brother Adam's story in his words. So, I guess he typed this. It says, I'm writing a backstory since you guys read fast. That's wrong and untrue, but go ahead. It was around August 2011. I was just barely 21 years old, had gotten kicked out of my parents' house for being out all night at a rave, if you can call it that. It's a small town with barely a scene, so he got kicked out for not even a proper rave. Hold on, let me join the chat so that Nancy, she says, here's Nancy. Yeah, we... No. Okay, so let's see. I gotta exit out. It takes too much of the screen. All right. The drugs I was doing actually all completely legal, so it was hard for me to understand why doing them was a problem. All right, well, what drugs were you doing? I had nowhere to go, no job, and the only money I would make was from donating plasma. Is this coal?
I like it.
I drove an 88 Crown Victoria that was a complete mobile. Sounds like it crushes though, dude. Excuse me. Luckily, I had a few degenerate friends to trip out with to mask the brutal reality that I was homeless and jobless. Is this me? He sounds like me. I just never had the wherewithal to donate plasma. But few jobs paid enough to afford an apartment in the area anyway, so there was no real motivation to even get a job. I had 5 friends. We all spent a few months primarily doing dextromethorphan, DXM. Oh, I think that's a main ingredient. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's main ingredient in Robitussin. Yeah, I used to do that. That was cool.
Talk to the Hat Man.
Talk to the Hat Man. So it's a main ingredient in Robitussin. It was easy to get. That's back in the day. Now it's not the main ingredient in Robitussin. And but yeah, Dexto, what the ever. That was what you would Robo Trip off of.
This is where they would put this stuff behind like a plastic after a while because I think kids were using this. Is this lean? Is that what that is?
I don't think it's lean. No, because the formula has changed substantially since that day, and that was long before the lean epidemic. I don't know what's in lean, but I don't. Maybe it is this. This stuff was great. This was awesome.
So white people Robo Trip, black people leaned, right?
Yeah,
that was like the thing.
Yeah. And I remember Robo Tripping with my friends, me and my friends. We went to CVS. We stole a bunch of whatever, Robitussin, and then we walked around at night and we Robo Tripped. It was a wonderful time, a great way to bond with your friends.
Agatha says Robo Trippin 2 out of 10 would not recommend. And just
it
as
was
David
okay.
says, it was great.
I mean, triple. Actually, no, I don't think I ever did triple C's. I did do Ambien and Adderall once, which was fun because it was like the Adderall demands that you stay awake, but the Ambien demands that you go to sleep. And then what that does is it just puts you in the in-between realm in waking life, which is a lot of fun. Okay, so we would get it in pill form from the Coricidin, cold and cough, triple C's. Yeah,
Triple C's.
That's the pills. These are not good to take, though, because they have an extra drug in them that's an antihistamine. Just throwing that out there for anybody listening. I would hope that anybody listening knows not to do.
But why is extra drugs bad? What are we talking about?
Right. I mean, if anything, it's more bang for your buck, no? You pay some money, you get a little extra antihistamine in there. There was even, Chris DiStefano used to have this really funny joke about drinking wine and getting an antihistamine in him and sucking a bunch of. In hindsight, I realize he's very. But at the time, it was very funny for me to hear. A little antihistamine and some wine, and he's sucking. Okay. There was even Family Dollar cold and cough, which was the same thing, just $1 instead of $7 or $8. Whoa, that's crazy.
Life hack.
Money didn't really matter though because life hack. Money really didn't matter though because we were just steal if we didn't have the money. That's right. That's how you do it. The ladies at Family Dollar thought it was funny because we were buying so much. Sometimes with glow sticks, so we could do POI. What is that? POI?
I don't know. This guy is like high level scientist.
Well, I think he's just doing the glow sticks. Like, you're on. You're Robo Trippin, and he said there wasn't really a big rave scene, so he was just working with what he had. No.
Wow, that's a ghetto ass. I'm looking up POI and glow sticks. Nice. So you're talking about
see what that is.
POI spinning. It's a classic and super fun way to get into flow. It sounds
so
spinning tethered weights. Yeah, it's like Also, it's that when they're doing all this with the gloves on.
Yeah, I always hated that. And they're like, look at my fingers. Oh man, that's the most annoying. I'm like, what the fuck am I fingers?
Look at me.
I'm tripping balls, and you're freaking me out. Can you stop doing that? Yeah. Excuse me. All right. So where the fuck were we? Glow sticks, so we could do POI, and we're curious as to what it made us feel like. The spice we would get was called Gods of Aroma.
Guys doing spice? It's been a while since we...
dude, this guy's a spice boy. He's a Robo Trippin spice boy. This guy crushes, man.
All right. Kate's brother's a spice boy. Oh, man, spicy Robo Trip. That's what that means. There you go.
A spicy Robo. Oh my God.
It's just been so long. It's been so long since we spoke of the spice.
That's right. Yeah, it's time to bring back the Spice Boys, and but he's outdoing them because now he's Robo Trippin. He's a spicy robot. A combination of two really wild. I just got like a goo coming out of my left eye. Anyway, it smelled it and tasted like pomegranate. So whenever I smell pomegranate now, it trips me out a little bit. I don't know what synthetic cannabinoid was sprayed on it. I wanted to find out because at the time you could order tons of the powder for super cheap online, legally. But there was at least 50 different chemicals being sold at the time. A couple of them would be AM2201 and JWH18. Man, what the even is that?
Well, the JWH was the compound. That's the name of the abbreviation and the name of the guy that created the spice. I forget exactly what the original was, though.
That's right. And then I guess there's some variations, AM2201. It was okay. It was an okay high if you took just a couple of hits. I had been smoking it before bed every night for a couple of months before I got kicked out. So you're just like doing low-level raves, which is just Robo Tripping and glow sticks from the dollar store, and you're smoking spice every night before bed. I would have kicked you out, too. 100% I would have kicked you out.
Wonder why you lost your arm, dog.
Yeah, dude. That's why you're a one-arm Robo Tripper now. I mean, when my mom kicked me out, I never held any, because my mom was like, you're going to either get a job, go back to school, or get the out, which are 3 really reasonable options. And being the unreasonable man that I am, or was, I'm a very reasonable man now, Steven. I chose Get Out, which was
actually. Do you want to play that song?
I would love to play the song after this email, because I have to pee. It would be a great pee break song.
Okay. All right.
Okay. We have a song dedicated to Steven, kind of a peace offering to try to get our moon map back. Thank you to Z-Man. Shout out to Z-Man who made it all possible. And of course the Lord. So, where was I? A couple months before I got kicked out. Okay, smoking spice every night before bed. It was an almost psychedelic, stimulating headspace for about 20 minutes, and then it would leave me tired, and I would get the munchies and eat tons of peanut butter. That doesn't sound so bad, huh? We were at my friend Elena's house. Man, would people just spell a name the right way? Elena's house.
I like
one
that.
night.
That's spelled correctly. Elena.
Is it Elena's house? Oh, by the way, my stepmother, her name is Elena, and she is a witch. I've told you that before, right? She's the one that put the panties in my dad's cup. She also 100% tried to hex us. I think that's why when we moved into the new apartment, we were beset upon by like every shadow entity in a 50-mile radius. But she hated us, and she would, in front of us, she would whisper to little paper effigies and then set them on fire on the ground outside in front of us. And my dad has casually said to me before, like, oh yeah, you know, she does like her spells and stuff like that to try to help us. It's whatever. Like, okay, you
That's
idiot.
crazy.
Yeah, I completely kind of like forgot about that. It doesn't come up in the show very much.
To kind of help us.
To kind of help us, which, like, my dad has not ever been successful at all. He's just constantly above dumpster meals. You know what I mean? Like, also diving in dumpsters looking for meals. He's practically homeless. Whatever the step above homeless is, he's that. And he's been that forever. So, you know, not really helping anything. But it's just funny because now there's such an obvious wedge between he and I, and he can't seem to reconcile it, and he can't seem to figure out, like, how he's done wrong and what this is about. And now I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I can't even risk communicating with him because of what this is not dabbling in. Like, she's doing it. She is doing witchcraft actively. Anyway, excuse me. Her name is Elena, so that just reminded me. And it's spelled in a reasonable way. I'll give her that credit. So we were at my friend Elena's house one night, sitting out by her pool, tripping on DXM, not to be confused with DMX, and started to smoke spice. I was having a conversation with Elena, and she just went silent and was staring straight forward. I said, Elena, overreacting because I had just smoked too. She wasn't hearing me, and I picked her up and carried her inside, and she just stayed in the same position, stiff and staring forward. Once inside, she continued to be in what looked like a hypnotic trance. She would momentarily come out of it, and her eyes were wide, and as they looked around, were jittering, but then she would fall back into the trance again. Excuse me. I wanted to call 911, again, overreacting. And my other friends were like, nah, chill, don't do that. That's a big buzzkill when somebody gets fucked up and your friends are like, I got to call 911. And you're like, that's going to really ruin the vibe if you do that.
Like, she's
what
bleeding.
about the vibe?
Yeah.
She said that outside by the pool, she left her body and was flying through the stars. The rest of the night, she kept saying she wanted to go back. This leads me to have the same experience. I learned that she was holding the smoke in for as long as she could to achieve this effect. Ah, there we go. He's a method to her madness. Holy. I just read it a couple of lines ahead. So a couple of nights later, we were out at our friend Tommy's house, spelled in a reasonable way, and we couldn't go inside though because his dad was sleeping. So me and Elena and Aaron were sitting on the side of his house, and I told them that I wanted to have the same experience as Elena the other night. I ended up holding in 2 big hits. I also had taken 16 triple C's. Wow. That seems like a lot of triple C's, doesn't it?
Yeah,
16.
I don't know if that is like going to be overdosed. Well, the next sentence, I instantly black out.
I instantly black out. I was told, I said, I'm on the edge of insanity. Elena and Aaron both jokingly said, jump, jump.
Nice.
They're assholes, huh? I shot up and ran around the other side of the house to the front. Aaron ran after me, wondering what the I was doing and probably wondering if I was joking. He yelled at me, and I turned and ran straight towards him, lunging at him, flying through the air, but did a front somersault flip and landed on my back.
Whoa.
Somebody across the street asked if I was okay, and Aaron told him I was just drunk. Then I started rolling around on the ground while screaming, Elena, John, heroin. That's the worst ever. You're trying to run cover for your boy, and he's screaming the drug you guys didn't even do. Cocaine, mescaline, methamphetamine. So he's screaming Elena, John, heroin over and over. I think I was trying to hold on to some shred of reality, so the thought of Elena's brother who was addicted to heroin for some reason was the only thing keeping me from being gone forever or something.
Wow.
That's so cool, dude. Do you want to pick it up from here?
Yeah, I then went inside and started throwing chairs and other things, still yelling the same things over and over. That's great. So this girl just kind of just blanked out and stood completely still, and this guy's just running amok.
Yeah, he tried to do the same technique to get where she was, but you probably got to figure out the dosage, and I don't know if she took 16 triple C's.
Probably not. My awareness clicked back on, and I was sitting in the front yard all scraped up with everyone talking to each other. I wasn't welcome at Tommy's anymore, and Aaron and Tommy were kind of pissed. Yeah, no, you mess up their house.
Yeah.
I walked to another friend's house right after. I clicked back on and was sitting outside with her smoking cigarettes when her mom comes out, lightly crying because she just had a horrific nightmare of a brutal car accident. I wonder if somehow whatever fucked with me fucked with her. Going back to when I smoked, what happened from my perspective is I took the hit, and next thing I know, I'm watching myself from above the house. Only I'm watching myself in real time. I see myself running around the corner of the house over and over again. It kept repeating, like when you're scrolling Facebook and get to the real section. The first one is just 1 second on repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, this is what he's seeing himself doing as he's actually doing.
Because he wanted to get to this, he said that Elena was flying, or at least that's what she was claiming, through the stars. So he was trying to achieve that. And I guess he achieved something of it because he's looking at a top-down version of himself. He's like floating above the house. And he's watching it on repeat. By the way, that whole Facebook thing, when you scroll past the reel and it just only plays like a second and a half of it, I fucking hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I really don't like it. It makes me mad. It makes me not only not want to click on the reel, but it also makes me want to be like Meta and their whole team, which it is a terrible app because my wife got her hacked. We all reported that account as many times as we possibly could. They did nothing about it. She's still hacked and still trying to scam everybody she can, or not my wife, but the whoever's got the account. And then my wife tries to make a new account. They actually block her from making a new account, saying that she is running a scam because and I'm like, dude, and there's simply nothing you can do about it. There's nobody you can talk to. Meta is one of the worst organizations on earth. It's a terrible, terrible.
Yeah, it's crazy that they run a social media empire, but they are horrible like that.
Horrible.
All right, so I see myself running around the corner. Let me see. This was accompanied with a blood-curdling eternal scream. I was filled with immense dread and regret thinking that I truly fucked up and that this was a 1 second clip of me running around the side of the house while listening to the scream was going to be forever. Damn, that's a nightmare. The next thing I know, I'm looking up at an unchanging face that looks like some Aztec god or something. Images of Tlaloc, a good example. All right, that's in red. So I assume Nancy did something here. Nancy wrote to us.
Well, why don't you here? I'll try to bring it up real quick. Let's paste that and see if we can get. Oh, okay. Yeah. Images
at the bottom.
We'll share this. Well, we don't. Oh, hold on. Let's first share the image.
We'll share this one. I got it.
Tlaloc.
Tlaloc. It's this thing.
Tlaloc.
There we go.
Yes,
Can you
yes,
see it?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, interesting. Some sort of it's kind of got a crown. It's got fangs. Kind of gives me vampire vibes. Interesting.
I like it. I like it.
I like
Cute.
it. And is there footnotes for it? Oh, okay, it's just the image. Okay,
It's just the image. All right, so let's see what we're saying here. The entire background was crazy patterns and colors that I can't describe. This was my friend's dad that was holding me down. Wait.
Oh, so his friend's dad is holding him down,
And he's seeing that face.
and he's seeing that face with this wild background. That's fascinating.
Interesting. All right, I understand. There's probably only a handful of that have ever combined these two chemicals. Synthetic cannabinoids were never meant for human consumption. God only knows what doors they open up, where there are entities just waiting to hijack someone's consciousness and cause all sort of problems. Yeah. All right. So here's another couple of stories a year or so later. There was a different spice blend because I didn't learn my lesson the first time called Syn, S-Y-N.
Good God.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to smoke that. This stuff seemed to be more along the lines of what your other listeners were describing. Me and some different friends brought some and started smoking it on the walk back to my friend's house.
Oh, this is the one that would like have people literally seeing demons.
Yeah, it seems like he does watch the show. So you're a fan
Okay,
of the show. Sorry about making fun of your arm. I hope it grew back.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it did, that's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, but then that would imply he's a lizard, which isn't cool.
He became Gibberim. Disgusting.
Well, welcome.
Welcome,
Nimrod. All right. I took one hit and was instantly suspicious of my friends for no reason and had to get away from them. Wow. Just instantly paranoid. So I started power walking away from them, saying I was going a different way. I think I told them I was going to get some vodka, which I ended up doing. But after they were already out of sight, I couldn't help but walk with my head turned sideways toward the street so I could see behind me on the sidewalk as well as in front of me. So he's just walking like this, like with his peripheral, but just like
just shooting back and forth.
That is a crazy. I've seen like homeless people do that. And I guess that's why.
Schizophrenic people. I remember one time my neighbor across the hallway asked me if I can come into her apartment because she smelled smoke. And I was like, absolutely. Yeah, sure. And I went in there and I'm like, so where's the problem? And as soon as I walk in, she shuts the door behind me. And then she runs over to her sofa, stands on it and parts the, what would you call it? The blinds, and starts peeking through, just manically looking around outside through the blinds. And I'm like, so does it smell like electrical? Is it in the kitchen? And she's just not responding to any of these things. And then she starts muttering about these Asians across the street. They're watching me. And I go, yeah.
I gotta go.
Is anything on fire or no? And she just keeps going back and forth about these Asians are watching me. They're going in my mailbox. And I start like just kind of backing away towards the door, and then I just let myself out. Turns out that lady was schizophrenic. She was black, one of the few black schizophrenics I've ever had the pleasure of.
They're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there. Yeah, it's they're a little scarier. They're like the people from like the dude from 28 Days Later, you know?
Yeah. They're a little more jittery, and I definitely was feeling like I'm gonna get stabbed, you know, is what I started to suspect. Interestingly enough, her name was Lisa. And so is my schizophrenic aunt. Her name is Lisa. So
a lot of serendipitous behavior. Have you ever seen that meme of the 28 Days Later where they say, I'll never, like, it always bothers me because I'll never know if the black dude was a zombie or just like angry because he had like red eyes and was aggressive, and you're like, yeah, I mean,
yeah, I don't know, I never seen that one. Apparently real mixed reviews on the new one. People are saying it's horrible, and then other people are saying it's great, and I don't know. I'm like, man, I like to
somewhere
watch
in
it, but
between.
apparently there's like a 12-inch zombie dong in it, and that made people upset. Which, I get it.
Not interested in that. All right, let's see.
Could be cool,
but I don't know. After they were already out of sight, I couldn't help but walk. Blah, blah, blah. So he's got his head turned sideways.
Yeah, psychopath.
It would have been hilarious if someone came and attacked me from the yard since I couldn't see in that direction. I eventually got back to my friend's house and began drinking, thinking that the alcohol would make it so the spice wasn't as fucked. I was wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get it, like, but no. All right, so I took a few
That's
hits.
like when you have a grease fire and you're like, surely water will help.
No, it's
Doesn't
gonna
help.
make it worse.
Yeah, but I can see how maybe you thought that.
He says, I took a few hits and blacked out. I was told I was running around screaming nonsense. I woke up naked and puked 20 minutes later.
Oh, man.
I watched my friend smoke it. We might have also been doing triple C's that night, and he was laying in bed, and both his wrists were pinned downward.
No, pointed downward. I don't even
pointed
know what
downward.
Oh, like if you were to do Spider-Man wrists towards the ground?
Yeah. And he was tense. His eyes were closed, but they were moving a bunch like he was dreaming. But he was kind of smiling. He was basically having a seizure.
So I thought it was fine, and I just left him there.
Yeah, I told his girlfriend he should go to the hospital, but she said he was fine. Thanks for reading.
Yeah, dude. Who's this?
That's
Adam.
it.
Adam, you spice boy. I really enjoyed this. This is great.
Yeah.
I like that we got back to the roots of this show, which is people spice, doing drugs, different various chemical cocktails, and seeing ancient entities and deities. Thank you for that, Adam. It was a familiar trip down memory road, despite that it was new information, and I appreciate that.
I enjoyed it. Thank you, Adam. Very good submission. I hope your arm grows back. But now I think it's time to get rid of the pour. Before we do,
you want to play the song, and then when the song's done, we kick the pours out?
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea, because I piss hard. I'm doing the old pinch and twist.
Here we go. Ready, guys?
Yeah, make it play.
Underneath the desert skies, a secret lies in sand. A map to the moon drawn by a rebel's hand. Steve Wilco's, you took it, and you know it's true. Indicative of a thief that blames on you. Give it back, Steve, don't you test my wrath. The moon's calling me, it's my rightful path. You, Steve, you crossed the line. Return the moon map, cause it's damn sure mine. Outlaws ride with honor, but you broke the code. You're hiding in the shadows on the lonesome road. The stars ain't shining for you, they're burning red. Indicative of the trouble that lies ahead. Give it back, Steve, don't you test my wrath. The moon's calling me, it's my rightful path. You, Steve, you crossed the line. Return the moon map, cause it's damn sure mine. The posse's forming, and they're on your trail. The winds whisper injustice in every gale. Your lies are crumbling like dust in your hand. Indicative of the trouble that lies ahead. Give it back, Steve, don't you test my wrath. The moon's calling me, it's my rightful path. Fuck you, Steve, you bitch, you crossed the line. Return the moon map, cause it's damn sure mine. The posse's forming, and they're on your trail. The winds whisper injustice in every gale. Your lies are crumbling like dust in your hand. Indicative of the trouble that lies ahead. Give it back, Steve, don't you test my wrath. The moon's calling me, it's my rightful path. You, Steve, you crossed the line. Return the moon map, cause it's damn sure mine.
What a beautiful song.
It's a great song.
Well done. Well done, Millhouse. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, that Millhouse. That was Z-Man.
That was Z-Man. No, we're watching. Millhouse, are you arguing with Nancy? Don't argue with Nancy in the chat, Millhouse. What are you doing?
Nancy saying that you were bothering. I don't remember.
No,
what
I
you were
think
doing.
I think Nancy's confusing Millhouse for Chuck, who was quite drunk. But we've since talked to Chuck, and he's a wonderful man, and everything is fine, and so there's nothing to be upset about. But only we're allowed to call her a stupid Jap. Millhouse, it's gonna be okay. Relax.
I don't like this. The children are fighting, but that's
Don't
fine.
fight,
Whatever.
children. God.
Let them fight.
All right, fine. Fight. Fight. Anyway, guys,
right.
Goodbye to the pores, you disgusting pores. If you want to be like Nancy and Millhouse and make it all about you and fight in our chat, well, you could do that over on patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. Otherwise, we're getting away from you, filthy, filthy pores. Go to Patreon, sign up, do a thing. It's going to be a good time. You're going to like it. And if you don't like it, you keep your mouth shut about it, as Alex the Red Coated Jew says. Why don't we keep that to ourselves? Remember that song?
I don't know. I walked out.
God damn it, dude.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you
Bye.
guys later. Okay. What's the next story?
The next story. I am excited about this one because, speaking of vaccinations, did you see what I posted yesterday? This is real. We're walking through the villages yesterday, and we're making fun of my son because he showed up, I think, to your house, and he's like, look what I got. And it's just a dead lizard in his hands. And we're like, what are you doing, dude? So my wife is like joking around. She's like, looks like we're going to have to get him vaccinated for all the gross shit that he picks up. And I turn to Jack and I go, sorry, bud, looks like you're getting autism. And he goes, hey, at least I'll be able to talk to my friends from far away.
Wow.
Like telepathy.
That kid is listening through the walls. Actually, I'll show you
right
guys a picture of this is real in my house. Look, that was on the floor right in front. Look at how they're making love. Look at that guy.
Down, dude.
Yeah, look. See the girl at the bottom?
Lizard's got game.
And they just didn't care. I was like right up on them. They didn't move. They kind of like looked at me and they were like, we're almost done.
You know what that's like? That's like, imagine back in like Noah's time, if you were just dicking down your wife and a giant came and ripped the roof off your house and you looked up and you said, do it. And you just kept making babies, dude.
It was just real slow, like, too. I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. They just getting it in. Like, you ever seen two lizards make love?
Now I have.
They're making love. Look at how he's holding her. It's crazy. All right.
All right, we got another one. This one's going to be good. I'm excited about this. There's no spaces. There's no separate what would you call these things? No separate paragraphs. It's just one. Okay, there is. Okay,
What's the name of it? What's the name of it?
It's called What Ravens Saw. It's in the chat. I put it in the chat.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
Well,
see it now,
looks
but
like
geez.
Yeah, it looks like this whole part is like one big chunk, and then and then it says aloha, fellow retard. This is apparently.
Oh my god. We're back. So you just like, oh, we're back to our roots. No. Now we're back to our roots.
Now
this
we're
is
back
like,
to our roots.
Of people, like, we've yelled at people. We said, please. Punctuation.
They
grammar.
Said no.
I mean, he gave us, he said, here's one comma. And then he did the space and just like completely, like, this looks like just thought vomit. I love it. We're back.
Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So Nancy's really hit us with the footnotes at the bottom. So this is not very long at all. This is actually one big run-on sentence, and it takes 2 pages. Okay, so it says NDS.
One big sentence. There's no periods. There are no periods in this so far that I've seen.
There's some things I don't think they make sense. This is aloha, fellow. My name is Yandro. Yeah, Yandro.
That's not a real name.
That's not he made that up because he knew he would dox him. You can say my name out loud. Well, you should start with that, okay? Because I'm going to read these things from left to right. So
yeah, that's usually how we read it.
Oh my god. All right, so he says, you can say my name out loud because at the end of the day, you won't be able to say it correctly.
Oh, okay.
True.
Fair enough.
Going to the point. Yes, I know what Raven saw in the woods when he was a kid. Okay, just a quick reminder for those of you who don't know. When I was a child, I saw what I thought was a naked black baby really hauling ass through the tall grass right past me and my buddy when we were in a small patch of woods in my town where a little creek was running, and so there was tall grass that we would stomp paths through. We would lay it flat with our feet and make like a maze of trails through it. This is before we realized that all of those bugs that were in them would just end up all over our bodies, so that we did also discover that one day, and that was horrifying. But yeah, saw a little naked black boy, and it was really fast. Didn't make any sense. So he says, I know what he saw in the woods when he was a kid. I won't tell you now. I'll tell you. Well,
but not now.
I don't know when I'll tell you, so keep reading. Don't be disgusted for what I'm about to tell you. I'm Cuban. Boo!
That's not disgusting.
Oh,
yeah, we just don't like it, but it's not disgusting.
I mean, it's pretty bad. I'm Cuban, born in Cuba, raised in Miami. Ugh.
Gross.
God. And your name is Yandro? I thought you were Japanese, dude. And you started with aloha. I'm just confused. Yes, I know. What a surprise. A Cuban in Miami. I was raised Seventh-day Adventist. I don't know what that is, but it seems we have a footnote for it. So let's.
We don't know any of these things. Yeah, let's go down. What is Nancy saying?
She says the Seventh-day Adventist Church is a mainstream.
I love how she knows what we don't know.
Yeah.
These guys ain't gonna know that.
She's like this. I have no idea what this means. The Seventh-day Adventist Church is a mainstream Protestant church with approximately 20 million members worldwide, which includes more than 1.2 million members in North America. Members. Organized in 1863, the Seventh-day Adventist Church has its doctrinal root in the Advent Awakening movement of the 1840s. Hundreds of thousands of Christians became convinced from their study of Bible. I just ripped a bunch of hair out of my thigh accidentally.
Why?
Bible prophecy that Christ would return.
No. Why'd you do that?
Well, there was something stuck in my thigh hair, and I tried to rip it out, and of course, thigh hair came with it.
Oh, a little bit of sperm, a little bit of drive.
Could well be. So this is all based off of people in the 1840s being convinced that Christ would soon return. As soon is really subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, they were saying that at the church this Sunday. They were like, soon. And I was like, what do you mean by soon?
Yeah,
what do you think? Yeah, how soon? Tomorrow?
This reawakening of the neglected biblical belief occurred in many countries with a major focus in North America. Reference, who are the Seventh-day Adventists?
So I don't understand.
So there's nothing. The only thing that sets them apart is that they think Christ is going to return soon.
A lot of people think that.
Right. And around that time, by the way, 1863, only a few years later did the Jehovah's Witnesses start predicting that the end was nigh.
Yeah. Like something's wrong.
I don't know. I don't do that. That's like really, because you look at like all the various denominations and you think that they deviate in like something scripture based, and I guess that it would be based in scripture, but it's like that's not much of a deviation.
I'm gonna put it in. There's got to be more deviations than just that.
In 7 days. That's how Braun says in 7 days is what he's coming back. I don't know. That's so strange. Nobody has a
No, they keep the Sabbath. Saturday is the seventh day. Okay.
But that makes sense, right? When you sing the song about the days of the week.
Yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Well, yeah. Saturday is the seventh day. If Sunday's the first.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
The dead are unconscious in soul sleep. That's what they think until resurrection. No eternal torment in hell. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, right. So they believe some other stuff. Something about diet. Many are vegetarians. That's
we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Episcopalians, pescatarians.
Weird. All right, let's keep reading.
All right. Okay. So the Seventh-day Adventist, not currently practicing the religion, but I did find God there. Based. I have been in a shadow figure. What? Wait, I have been a shadow figure to your podcast, more like Top's dog man. He's here only there when we look at you. But to this show, I have been lurking in the shadows for a long time, never writing, never engaging. Oh, well, thank you. First time.
There's a lot of you guys. I want to shout out you guys that are never write, never engage. Because we were looking at the numbers. Like, there's a lot of people. I don't know any of you guys. Keep it that way. Shut the hell
please
up.
don't reach out. This is a
But
you're crossing the line here.
if you do like the
Yeah,
show, like, subscribe, all that other stuff that Tim Pool says, but leave a rating on some of the podcasts. Yeah, that's the most important thing, I think.
Is it?
I don't care about, the video is just super. The people that listen to the podcast, you guys are based. You're listening in your car, you're listening private in your headphones as you like walk through Earth, and you're seeing people and you're hearing us talk in your ears. It's great. Give us a rating. I know it takes a lot, but go ahead and say something. Just be like, I don't know, these guys are 5 stars.
Anything,
And
yeah, as long as it's 5 stars. Don't bother giving us. If you're going to give us anything less than 5 stars, I don't want you to give us anything.
No, I'm like, some people are like, give us 1 star. Don't do that, because that really that will make our show go away forever.
It's crazy how bad that one bad rating fucks the algorithm. Also, we have a tendency to piss off everybody, and a lot of those people will make more of an effort to rate our show than our own listeners will.
That is true. That's a point. That's a good point. There's a lot of people that will, like, if they don't like what we said on one thing, they will go out of their way to try to sabotage us and derail us. But the people that do like what we say, you guys just stay quiet. We give you stuff, you take it, then you go. Give back a little bit. How about that?
Give back, you people. Let me see what our rating. I want to see what our rating on Apple Podcasts
Take one,
is.
leave one. We're actually number 3 on the Science podcast on Spreaker, which is pretty cool.
Okay, so we have 330 reviews, Illuminati confirmed, on Apple Podcasts. We have a 4.5.
How many?
330.
Wow.
That's not bad. That's pretty
You
good.
know what?
Oh,
You know what's funny?
Somebody got it. So here we go.
Wait. The Hodge twins. The Hodge twins have 3.3 million followers.
Illuminati confirmed harder.
I was like, you guys quote tweeted me when you reach 3.3 million followers. Suspicious. Very suspicious.
This is a great review. I'm gonna read. Oh my god, this is really. Let's plow through this really quickly. Friday.
What's his name?
Yandro.
Yandro.
We got a review this Friday on Apple Podcasts. It's 1 star from 1311 William. F you, 1311 William. He says Jesus cult. These guys are the religious Jesus cult. They do not go deeper than they believe everything Ed Mabry says as about his white Jesus that he loves so much, and Ed Mabry cannot prove anything. He just reached in the Bible, and there's no way to prove that it hasn't been manipulated. They question most thing, but not their religion they push. Is there any periods?
Is there anything like that?
Yeah, there's kind of some weird periods here and there. I used to listen to them, but got tired of their cult mindset or pushing Christian when Christian means fool. Blessing means be less. Okay. These Nephilim clowns do not do any research and assume things. This podcast is just stupid entertainment, and all they're trying to do is make a buck off you because this is the only way to feed their family, so you want to fall for their trick. Spend your money. If not, just listen for free, and do not take anything seriously from this podcast because these Nephilim clowns are about making money and clowning their audience. Finally, a period. Top jerk off is a Top jerk off is a complete jackass and calls people. Yep. These guys toe the line. They are grifting Jesus and Christianity, but also cursing and bring disrespectful to their audience. They love Stu Peters.
Bring disrespectful to their audience?
Is this Mei Ling or whatever from Twitter?
Is this Nancy? Is this
Nancy? They love Stu Peters, who robbed his audience from a meme coin Jew proof. These dudes.
Oh, that's not even true. He had a big audience before he robbed them.
Yeah, come on, man. These dude are always against people who do not love Jesus. Come on, folks. Wake up. Do not pay these grifters. You're better of watching Tinfoil Hat. All right.
Well, yeah.
Thank you, 1311 William. You go yourself. But my point is, guys, these are the
people
who are making.
A lot of what he said there, David, is true.
Which parts?
We can't feed our families without the show.
That's true.
We are grifting, I suppose, depending on your definition of grift.
Yeah.
Tinfoil Hat is probably a better show. I enjoy listening to that show. I am top. Is that what he said?
Top jerk off.
Top jerk off. Yes, that is true. Ed Mabry does know Jesus is white. We don't like people who don't believe in Jesus. Yes, that's true. That's why I had to kick Clint off of Bohemian Grove and Tower Gang.
Yeah, that's why I sabotaged Tower Gang, because I said half these guys don't believe in Christ.
That's right. They gotta go. You gotta go. So you're right, William 1311-1. But this is a testament to why you guys should go leave well-written reviews like that. You don't have to write
that's a really well-written review. These are the people, though, that will actually go out of their way to write something about the show. The people that watch it don't go out of their way very often to write anything about the show. How do I know that? 330 reviews, but every episode all together from YouTube and everything is over 10,000. Over 10,000 from YouTube, from Rumble, and from our audio, which is where the bulk of everything is. Over 10,000 views and listens per episode.
It's probably closer to 20,000, to be honest.
Probably
each episode.
Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about per month. After it sits for a while, yeah, then the episodes get a lot bigger than that. But in the first month, one episode will do about 10K all in. And we got 330 reviews and people like William who talk about Top Jerk Off. Those are the people that. Anyway, guys, let's get back to the Yandro. He says he's a disgusting Cuban from Miami who's raised Seventh-day Adventist. He's been a lurker. He's lurking real hard. He's a lurker. He says, but I've been here even before you did the interview with Dustin Nemos. Look at you, you lurking ass. I was planning to go do Bro Grove, but I couldn't go because my wife.
That's the worst.
That's divorce, how it goes, huh?
No, don't do that. There's a lot of bad spiritual energy that comes with that.
Yeah,
guys, I just put in I put in the chat our Spreaker thing. Go ahead and give us a rating on Spreaker or wherever you listen. Yeah,
that'd be cool, guys. Help us out. Do some stuff for us. I mean, you guys have been, we're having a great time either way. I want to make that very clear.
The problem is all that
we could be doing better.
We could be doing better, and it's your fault. No, it's people like that like everybody. It seems like people want to hear it, but then if you're not constantly in somebody's face, they're not going to see it. And we're constantly putting stuff up, but reviews like that will not like allow it. It's not that it won't allow, but like the systems that push our stuff will think that people don't want to see it, so they won't push it to you. So like
algorithm shit.
Yeah, it's algorithm shit. And they are hijacking it by being Karens, and you guys are going to pay because if you actually do want to see this stuff or listen to it, it's just not going to be presented to you. There's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, go ahead and
that'll be your fault.
Yeah, that's you, dog. That's
on you. You don't
blame yourself. You're horrible.
Where is it? Okay, so my wife, it's her fault. I have 2 kids. She is currently pregnant. And she really wanted to go. Oh, that's such a cool reason to not because she was but because she wanted to go too. Yeah, your wife crushes. God bless you and your wife and your many children, you Cuban. Where did it go? Okay, so she wanted to go. We currently live in Central Florida, and I didn't want to be and go by myself and not take her. But we did watch it on Patreon. Yeah, dude. Awesome. You guys can also watch it on Patreon for $10, but I'm talking to the Patreon right now. So back to the point. That's what he said, but also what I meant. I always felt that I was special, but that kind of feeling every human being has that, and I realized as I got older, he realized that every other human being has that as he grew older. But I do have a kind of ability God gave me, and I still don't know how to use it. Like Raven's dream that God gives him, and Top's ability to overcome situations and finding the right time and the right moment to do things the way God shows him how to do it. I also have a weird ability. You guys talk about that most of our thoughts are not our own. Right. Shout out to Dr. Jerry Marzinski. Everybody drink. I knew that for a very long time, and more like a thought for me felt like somebody talking to me. For example, I am driving and I have a thought but more like someone speaking and says, "You're going too fast, slow down." And I slow down. And 10 seconds after, there's a police car with a speed gun checking the speed. Oh, that's nice. Another example, one time I was burning a pile of wood and trash in front of my house. Put a pin on that. All right. I forgot to tell you guys, yes, I was raised in Miami. This guy's brain works like our brain. But God took me out of there when COVID hit. I was store manager in a big retail store in Miami Beach. My wife is a Montessori teacher. Okay, that's in red. She really does think we're That's a school.
I know what that is.
Nancy.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
damn it, man.
It's a school for the gifted and talented. It's like kids with special powers. Yeah.
Yeah, kids with telepathy. She's like, oh, yeah, you're going to need to know what that is. She put it in red. For an audience that doesn't know what a Montessori teacher is, he goes on to explain. Top should know. So now it's on him if he wants to explain what it is. That's hilarious. And if he doesn't, shame on him. This guy knows. He gets it. Our kids are homeschooled, and we had opened a small school. A lot of money and time invested, but COVID hit and we closed the school. I quit my job because the media was scaring us, but God uses everything for the good of his kids. He took us away from Miami, and now we live on 20 acres in Central Florida. Yeah, dude, that's a lot of acres. God bless you.
Nice.
Excuse me. Our kids are still homeschooling, and we still have plans to open up a school, God willing. Back to the pin that he put it in before. He was burning a pile of wood and trash, and he heard a voice in his head say, get in the house now. And I quickly got in and closed the door, and not 2 seconds had passed, and a can of paint that I did not know was in the fire exploded and, like a projectile, hit the front door where I was standing and made a dent in the metal door.
Damn.
I have so many more examples, but maybe in another email, because this email is to tell you what Raven saw. Okay, guys, so let's get on to this. Very good with that's the Holy Spirit, dog.
I wonder, what's
or
his
like
name?
A guardian angel.
Keep forgetting this guy's name. Yandro. I wonder if you come because we were thinking about doing more local events, like smaller ones, but just shows where we do stuff in Central Florida.
Yeah,
at the Joke Joint. Maybe we have somebody come out, interview them, and do a little thing. So if people are like local to us, because we don't know how much of our listener base is even local, but yeah, if you are, if that interests you, that might be kind of cool. The tickets would be pretty cheap, just a little night out, something to do.
And what we would do, we would stand on a stage and we'd go, "How about the Jews?" And we'd kind of see.
We figure something out nice for you guys.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah, we'll interview somebody interesting. I don't know. Leave a review and let us know.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing to do. Leave a review and then tell us what we should do.
Tell us exactly where you live.
Oh, wait. Somebody said the ads are location based, so blame where you live. If you have a VPN, turn it on to see if I'm full of it. That's funny. Yeah, people have been complaining about the ads on the show. Not that there's too many of them, but specifically that they're like about fucked up. I'm like, we don't pick that. We have no control over that. The only thing we could do is say no sex ads, and we've done that. Okay. There's been something in my eye for this entire episode. Okay, so this email is to tell you what Raven saw. But before that, more of my own crap to tell you. That's hilarious.
I love it. Just keep teasing it. Just keep teasing it.
Unbelievable. He goes, I have seen those NJ lights that people call drones. I have seen that 8 to 10 years ago over Miami. My wife was with me at the time, and kind of like Raven's aunt saw that aircraft and went back to watch soap operas. Me and my wife, that was Top's aunt, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Top's aunt. I was like, is that true?
Yeah.
I remember that. Me and my wife saw these lights. There was more than one. There were 3 or 4. We just looked at each other and said, do you see that? She said, yes. They look like UFOs. And I said, yes, that's what they are. We continued driving as if we hadn't seen anything out of the ordinary, like seeing a nice car and saying, nice car, and just kept driving. Recently, I saw a light in the sky with the side of the eye. Okay, your peripheral vision is what you mean. But when you look at it, you can see other lights following the first light in a straight line. But when you focus, the other lights disappear, and you can only see when you focus on the first light. It's hard to explain. I wonder if that's a Starlink. So he goes, it's hard to explain. Like me, my wife is Cuban, but raised in Santeria. Oh no, boy. Santeria. There you go. That's a problem.
Mamma mia,
Santeria. Okay, so I can tell you the same way God shows miracles to his kids, and we can say that was God. The devil, the adversary, the powers of darkness can do the same. They show the kids who want to follow them miracles as well. I can tell you there is not one devil, one Satan. They are more than one. In that religion, they are regarded in high standards. In Santeria, he means. They call them santos. That means the saints, right? Because the Catholic Church and the Yoruba mixed religion mixed, and they use words from one religion to explain the other. Let's go down and see what Yoruba means.
The Yoruba people who inhabit a significant part of West Africa, including Nigeria, have been practicing their unique set of religious customs for centuries. Yoruba religion is a blend of indigenous beliefs, myths, legends, proverbs, and songs, all influenced by the cultural and social context of western portion of Africa. They hold beliefs that people experience ayanmo, which is a destiny or fate. As a part of this is the expectation that everyone will eventually achieve the state of Olodumare, which is becoming one with a divine creator who is the source of all energy. In the Yoruba religion and belief system, life and death is an ongoing cycle of existence. Also, they're talking about reincarnation. The physical realm as spiritual, as the spirit gradually moves towards transcendence.
Interesting. Okay, so the Yoruba people are a pagan. So, so they call this fallen angels that act like gods, and at the same time call themselves saints. Okay, so that's what it is. It's fallen angels that act like gods but are calling themselves saints. So they are masquerading as not only gods, but with the name saints as a shield to show that they are good as well. In this religion, you can see miracles and unexplainable phenomena that make people believe they are actually seeing. Yeah, that's like, obviously these other things you can experience supernatural moments, and just by virtue of being supernatural and being amazing, some people conflate that with the truth. And and yeah, that's a lot of the issue that I have with Catholicism. In fact, today, Emily Pareca, I think she told me to hang it up. She told me to hang it up because I'm not baptized, which, not that it's anybody's business, but
hang what up? What are you hanging up?
She told me to, well, she said shush. She said, because I said something about, don't follow the theater that's happening, follow Jesus Christ, the narrow path, the way, the truth, and the life. And she said, you are not baptized. You do not read your Bible, so shush. So I don't know, maybe she disagrees with what I said, but my church is apparently doing baptism in 2 weeks, so we'll see how that goes. Although I would like to be baptized by specifically Pastor Rick. I don't know if he's going to be there. It sounds like he might not be there. Top thinks I need to get baptized in running water. I don't know if the pool in the church is good enough for that. But damn it, I forgot where I was going with this. I lost my train of thought. But she's always telling me to go to mass. Her and another fan of the show, John, who's a really cool guy. He's always saying you should go to liturgy, you should go to mass. Whatever that. And I go, well, I don't say anything. I just leave him alone because I'm not going to argue with people. But I don't want to go to. I'm not going to be Catholic, because it seems pretty explicit that the way to the Father is through the Son. All the research that we've done here has only affirmed that idea to me. And so I feel like my focus should be on God the Father and Jesus Christ. And now I'm understanding the part that the Holy Spirit plays in all this. I don't think that I need saints and angels. In fact, veneration and worship of angels is what caused part of them to fall. So it seems like a bad move to do that. And then you look at this, and it's like, yeah, they were actually able to hide their deities within the saints of Catholicism. So, very, very interesting. It seems to kind of affirm, another concern that I have with Catholicism. And then, of course, the upper echelons of it, like the Pope and like that, and the Vatican. It's like, well, it seems to be a lot wrong there. But yeah, this is constantly something I'm being petitioned to do, and I don't think I'm going to end up doing that. So excuse me, where we got here. But like we know, the devil asks from you more than what he gives. Most of the time, what he gives is death and destruction, decorated with ribbons and good looks. Yes. My wife saw many things while she was in that. For example, one thing that she saw and heard was somebody speaking in tongues. So for you, Raven and Top, be careful when you hear and see a pastor that speaks in tongues because they say in church we speak in tongues because it is an angelic language, and indeed it is. And Paul talks about the fallen ones are angels as well, and they know that language, and maybe they taught their children, the Nephilim, that language. Seems like that would be the case, right? That's where you get all the speculation about ancient Enochian.
Yeah, I mean, well, I used to go to a church where they would sometimes speak in tongues, and somebody had said, unless it's followed up with a translation, to ignore it. That was a thing that I remember being told. And I've seen it translated. I've seen somebody speak in tongues on that side of the church, and then somebody on the other side of the church translate it immediately. I've seen people speak in tongues and then right after translate what they said. Most of the time, it's just like, praise God, that kind of stuff.
Praise God, right.
Sometimes it's like prophetic.
Well,
I don't even want to repeat it because it's like, it's, what did they tell me it was? If you repeat what it sounds like, it's like blasphemy. I don't know, something like that.
Well,
but it's like always, it sounds like this. I'll say it. I don't care. Handala bashura, handala bashura, that like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
Do you remember that Cat Williams bit where he's like shabalahanda, shagalaganda, shudabadahanda? Do you remember that?
Sounds a lot like that.
Yeah. I guess he went to a church like that. When I was at this church, there was one guy this Sunday that I saw him. He get up, he moved to the front, and then he started to do that a little bit, but it was like kind of low. Like I was picking up on it. I was like, this making noises over there. I don't know what those noises are. But nobody addressed it. Nothing happened from it. And it was like kind of low and went under. And I just don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. But as far as the church and the pastor and the sermon that he's giving and the scripture that he's reading, I'm like based. All of this seems,
That's the thing. There's always a lot going on in the church. There's always a lot going on in the church. The pastor is doing one thing, and most of the congregation is doing another thing. Like some people aren't paying attention, some people are really paying attention. There used to be a person in the congregation that would laugh, like in between, like as the pastor's preaching, they just laugh. Ha ha ha.
That's weird.
And everyone would just ignore it, like they just ignore it. And every week, this person would be there. I don't know if they just had an issue, but it's just like everyone's doing some weird in a church. It's a place for sick people. It's like a hospital. It's where sick people go. Not saying that we're fine, but that's what the church is. So,
well, what I do, I know something that I do that's weird, which is I do not engage in the hands or the swaying, but that doesn't mean that I'm not into it. I'm not having a good time. On the wall, there's a big teleprompter with all the lyrics. So not only is the lyrics for the songs playing, but also when the pastor prepares the sermon, he brings up all the scripture, right? So I'm looking at the thing, I'm listening to what he's saying, and I'm reading the scripture, and I'm thinking about just that. That's it. And when they're singing the songs, I'm listening to the song. I'm not doing the swaying thing. I'm not doing any of that. But I am reading the lyrics, and I'm thinking, like, does this check out to me? Does this track? Is this, and that doesn't mean that I'm not enjoying it. Say hello to Miss Ma'am. She's here. She's famous. She's such a good girl. That doesn't mean that I'm not enjoying it, but I don't do any of the swaying or anything like that.
I don't like that. They asked her like, oh, go ahead and raise your right hand. I was like, I don't think I will.
I'll do that sometimes. I'm like if you do, I'll do that. Fine. If you tell me to do that.
When we give him power, like to Goku or something like that,
that's what I think about every time. Every time I go, is this like a spirit bomb dog? Fine, have some.
Kind of is, right? They always say your right hand too. Why not my left hand?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Sonny.
Well, Andrew says your left hand's cursed or something.
Could
like
be.
That.
Yes, Miss Memories is here. She's just a baby. She's falling asleep on my lap. Sweet.
Oh, good night,
sweet,
tetas.
Sweet tetas. Okay,
right,
let's continue on the thing here. Where were we?
So be careful when you go to church or the things you listen to and you hear. That's what we're over here.
Can you highlight it? I can't see.
Yeah.
Drag your thing. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Like
guys.
Paul said, if someone speaks in tongues and no one is there to interpret, this is why we do paragraphs. Yandro.
Yandro.
That way we could.
Where is it? Paul talks about the fallen ones. Teach their children, and what you can see in many pastors now speaking in tongues, and no one is there to verify they are saying it. Could be the devil masquerading as an angel of light. That's interesting. Yeah, if the pastor started speaking in tongues, I'd be like a little bit like, oh. So be careful when you go to church or the things you listen to and you hear someone speaking in tongues. Like Paul said, if someone speaks in tongues and no one is there to interpret it, it's better to be quiet. So just chill. And if the pastor or the person you see speaking in tongues, and they have no one to interpret and they continue, their intentions are not good, or they are being deceived and used for darker motifs.
This is what I was This is what I was talking about. I guess somebody had told me something similar to this. So I guess Apostle Paul has directed the church on what to think. I got to read more on this. Yeah. All right.
So he says it's a complicated subject, the Santeria stuff. You guys have never talked about it, only mentioned the name, but it's a deep, deep rabbit hole that if you're more interested, I can write you another email. Like I said before, write another email, but make sure it's separated into paragraphs. I have been lurking in the shadows, so I feel like I know you guys, and I've seen your growth during the years. Not only growth as podcasters or your business, but in spiritual ways as well. I like to think that we are. I had a lot of understanding and still do to catch up to, in a really big way. But I feel like lately things have been clicking for me.
Yeah, we're cursing way less, doing way less racial jokes.
Way less? I think we're doing that. Yeah, I think maybe
we're not making fun of old people. We're not calling Nancy a you.
That's right,
Nancy.
Well, I think we did all of those things this episode.
Yeah, but in a more classy way.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, I could see that. I mentioned Santeria because what Raven saw was called an El Guehi.
El Guehi, yeah.
Can you read what it says down there for El Guehi? I can't right now because I have a cat on my lap. Right
Yeah. It's a mythological being that are cousins of goblins, gnomes, and other creatures. Damn, it's crazy. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and pull that up.
Yeah, let me see what a picture of that looks like. You got a picture?
Yeah, go to the main screen. You got it up here.
Yeah. Well, it didn't have dreadlocks.
Didn't have dread. They're slippery and mischievous. Some scholars affirm that the Guehis of Cuba are the goblins that identify us within the characteristics of the Caribbean culture, also full of equivalent fabulous beings. What the hell does that mean? According to numerous legends woven around their fleeting appearances, they are graphically represented or can be seen as young black men with grotesque features and bulging eyes. That's it. Did you see this guy? You saw that little run?
I mean, I think he was bald. He wasn't an Afrocentric sort of a little character. But it could well be. I don't know. I was in the Northeast though, but I'm not saying that isn't what I saw.
Somebody had a little homunculus. That's what that is.
Somebody's little ass homunculus. Shout out Juan, who doesn't like us.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I know. Juan, what's up?
Why don't you like us anymore, dude? I don't understand.
What do we do? Why don't you with us? What do you?
I don't know.
All right, whatever. It's fine.
With us either. Oh, there's another picture?
No, it's just saying.
It's not working.
Way. All right.
That must have been Nancy's fault right there, what you just went through. So Raven saw El Guehi. Go to Google and type it in and go to the images. You will see it. What you will see is depictions or drawings because, like Bigfoot, they never get a picture of it. And El Guehi is less mentioned, so it doesn't have popularity. I'm glad Raven speaks his mind and he talks and talks and talks and talks some more.
Jeez,
that's just an isolated sentence. That's not even.
That's how he ends it. That's it.
That's just how he ends it. And I didn't even make up the end he talks parts. There's a lot of them. He repeated that a lot. It seems spiteful. If that's not what he saw, then I am a talker like every other Cuban. It may well have been. Who knows? It was many years ago, and But if that is it, that's a river spirit. Oh, that's interesting because it was a little river in there. That's what they call it. And not only in Cuba, but also in Puerto Rico. And for Top, he likes crazy conspiracy. I bet he doesn't know why Cuba and Puerto Rico, being two islands, having the same architecture, same old Tartarian kind of looking deal with them, and also having the same flag, just different color order, have been used as two brothers, the same two brother deal as in the Bible as Jacob and Esau. Interesting. Ooh. He's saying interesting things here. Do you want to pick this up from here? I highlighted it. I don't know if you can see it on your end.
So the same brothers as Jacob and Esau, and also referenced as the two wings of the same bird. The colors that is always used, red and blue. I bet he doesn't know. He's just betting a lot of shit that I don't know about the rabbit hole. But I also bet he will really want to know. I do, and I bet
you don't know
that
about
you're
that
not
rabbit.
gonna tell us, Yandro.
He's
I
like,
bet
I'm not
you.
gonna tell you. I'll tell you.
I'm jumping around in this email because even if you don't know me, I'm glad that I can share this with you guys. Okay, thank you, but you're not going to tell us though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's frustrating.
That's what he's gonna do. He's not gonna tell us. Is that really it?
I think that's what he. So he goes. I know you guys hate this, and I didn't get into it in this email, but my wife has seen a ghost. You, Yandro. Number one, that's a. I'm just gonna go ahead and make that's another paragraph. This is what I mean. This is a separate thought. So he's like, I bet you Top doesn't know this, that Puerto Rico and Cuba are Jacob and E. So I felt that way when I was hanging out with Royce. I felt like he's my brother, but I don't like him.
Oh,
that
that's
kind of
interesting. He's very hairy.
Yeah, he's hairy. He's kind of gross.
He smells of the field. Yeah.
He smells of the field. Nice guy though. Weird looking face. Huge feet. A lot of hair on his feet. You wouldn't believe it. But so that's what he does, and then he just leaves it here. He's like, that's a rabbit hole that I bet you he'd like to know about. Anyway, next paragraph. And not even look, it's a space button. This one here says
even
enter.
the next paragraph.
It's an enter button. It has like a down and then a back arrow like that. And you press it twice.
This guy's definitely Cuban.
Yeah. This is a run-on Cuban sentence. All right.
Strong swimmer, weak writer, but go on.
His wife has seen a ghost. I have faced top lobsters with an hard R, Dogman, not face to face, but more like face to idea in my mind that almost made me throw away my boxers and pants, if you know what I mean.
Oh, somebody.
Yeah, you almost yourself. I guess I have a question for people. This is like a very laid back show. Yes, is Trash Island Jacob or Esau? That's what I want to know. Which one is Esau?
That's a great question.
He's gonna say Puerto Rico 100% for sure because he's Cuban. When should I release all these designs? Because I do have some more.
What you kept saying you're going to release the designs. When are you going to do it? You're like this guy with the run-on sentence, non-paragraph. You keep saying you're going to do it, and then you go next email.
Edging. Here's what I'm worried about.
When do we get to come?
Never. Blue-balled. Like the whole entire audience, blue-balled. People, I know that people have stuff in their carts because I could see, like, it sends me emails. This person has stuff in their carts, and they're waiting for me to drop the rest. I don't know if I should drop it all at once or if I should drop it in pieces because I don't know. If people want a lot of shirts, I don't really know how to do this. I don't know how to do the promotion. I'm also very busy. What should I do?
It's you can do whatever you want. It's your.
I know, but I have
the great
30.
part.
I've got 30 of these, and I'm thinking about just deleting the entire website and just putting these up.
Why not? If that's what you want to do, you could do whatever you want. Isn't that the
shirt
part about
subscription
being
program.
the boss of you?
A shirt subscription program is a good idea. I don't know how that would look. What would you guys like to see in a shirt subscription program? Why don't you leave a review and
You know what we could do is we'll say we'll do a shirt subscription thing for you. All you have to do is write a little something about yourself, like, and tell us your sizes, and then we'll just read it and decide what you should wear.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
I'd like to just decide what I want you to wear. No, maybe I'll do that, but I'd make tiers of like I don't know, like offensive, like very offensive on the highest level, and then I just want merch about Jesus, and we could give you that stuff.
When are we gonna do our Hawaiian shirts? We got to do NDS Hawaiian shirts. People really like them. Hold on, wait. Somebody said something about speaking in tongues. Jeep-I Jonathan says, "Here's how I feel. Speaking in tongues is genuine. It calms my spirit in a fearful, stressful situation. I can think normally when I speak in tongues." You just go around doing that a lot, huh? "It will help quiet my thoughts to hear the Holy Spirit easier. In deliverance ministry, sometimes I am pressed to sing in tongues, which leads to a breakthrough, usually." Well, it sounds positive.
Okay.
So that's
all right.
good.
Very cool. Nancy wants to know when the V-necks are coming out for the women and the gays. I'm not sure.
We don't do anything for women. What are we doing?
Yeah, or gays. All right. So here we go. We are, what is he saying? He almost shit his pants. We're a weird family and we feel spiritually attacked, but God is always with us. Yeah, can relate. My youngest child has had remote viewing experiences. My oldest child, sometimes he knows what you're thinking or trying to say or do before it happens. Is he autistic? My wife can feel presences, and what I consider my gift from God that I didn't really get into it completely. Also, my mother has that ability. I haven't tried to. What does that mean?
This is a crazy sentence structure.
Crazy sentence. And what I consider my gift from God that I didn't really get into it completely. Also, my mother has that ability. This is a Cuban sentence.
Yeah.
Like if he's speaking to me and he has a Spanish accent, I understand this, and I go.
They make much better sandwiches than they do books. Reading
sentences.
Material.
Better sandwiches than sentences.
Sandwiches over sentences. Yeah. 100%.
To be honest, you said Central Florida. I'm gonna ask Trump to deport you because
How did
I don't
you
know.
get 20 acres? How did you even negotiate that? Just a run-on sentence, and the guy got tired of reading it, and it was like, "Here's a loan. Just go away.
Here's a loan. Just please stop."
Go.
Paragraphs next time. All right. I haven't tried to sharpen mine because sometimes I get scared of not knowing who the voice is. So I guess hearing voices is your thing.
Okay,
I always
that's
think
right.
about
You said that earlier.
Yeah, when Abraham heard the voice of God asking him to sacrifice Isaac and he knew it was God. How about if I hear some crazy crap and I don't know who's talking to me? Yeah, that's a good good thought to have.
Reasonable.
Yeah, who said that? Which one of y'all said that?
Mm-hmm.
Should I listen? I think this is what was happening with David recently. He was like, I'm getting premonitions that I should do a thing. And I was like, well, are you sure?
Well, by the way, so remember I kept saying, like, I don't know what's going to come of this. You're talking about, like, making peace with Clint, right? Because I felt like I was being called to do that. And what I do want to say is that I maintained I had no idea how it was going to go. I just know what I was being called to do. I was being called to do it to such an extent that you and I decided to talk to a pastor about it. And now you and I go to the same church. Interesting. So what was it ever about going to talk to Clint, or was it about moving us in that direction?
You just tricked me to go to a church?
I just tricked you to go to a church. Well, I didn't trick you. I was telling you the absolute truth. And we do a show. Everybody calls us, people that don't like us call us grifters, say we're just grifting off Christianity. Do you really think that we would go through all of this? We sat down and had a meeting with a pastor about going and reconciling with an old buddy. This is like, that's not somebody who, like, if it doesn't make the money, does it make sense if you're grifting? You know what I mean? It's such a notion to have. Oh yeah, I'm investing all of this time and energy. My thoughts are consumed with what does God want me to do because I'm grifting. You dumb homosexuals. But it is interesting.
Yes, please leave a review.
Please leave a review. It is interesting that what came of it. What did come of it? Well, now you and I are going to the same church, and we stand up now every Sunday. We speak in tongues. Nobody verifies what we say.
Yeah, it's true, but I won't lift my hand.
I won't lift my hands and do the thing. I also won't sing the songs either, or sway back and forth. Right.
I won't do that. When they tell me to sit down and stand up, as a matter of fact, I sat down when I
sat down when they said stand up, and yeah, and then
I was like, what are they going to do about it?
Right.
Nothing. Pastor Rick's kind of old.
He's kind of strong looking though, but I could take him. Why is my cat aggressive? Go on, fat baby, fat princess baby. Okay, let's continue this.
How about if I hear some crazy crap? I don't know who's talking, but as you guys always say, and it's weird that my wife always says the same thing, fear is not from God. Yeah. Sometimes that feeling of fear overcomes you. So I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know what. Okay, but you leave it at that. You're doing
a lot of leaving it at that.
Yeah. I'm glad you read through this whole thing, even if I'm Cuban.
All right. Well, I mean, you really taught us not to make that mistake again.
I know, honestly, when he sends this again, if you see Nancy, delete it. If you see
or break it into paragraphs for us, Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy saw a run-on sentence. She was like, good luck, boys.
Have at it.
All right, be strong in the faith with all the weird crap that Raven has, all his gayness, all his 7 words, maybe 9 that he uses over and over.
I think I might have notched it up to 10, honestly.
The pot with a broken valve Jew analogy that he always speaks about when he has something I haven't seen in many people. Yeah, that's true. He has a thirst not for knowledge. That's it. But a thirst. What
does that mean?
Yajirobe? He said he has a thirst not for knowledge, but a thirst for the stream of piss. That's crazy. No, for the stream of living waters that flow from God.
That's cool. That's true.
I like that. Nice sentence. And Top, you have a good head on your shoulders. You started on the bottom and now you're there. I don't know what that means. I don't listen to rap.
Oh, because it was a bottom lobster, but now you're the top lobster.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm still figuring it out. Keep fighting the good fight and don't kneel down. Don't surrender. Don't bow your head. You always have God with you and no one can stop his right hand. So ask for wisdom from him because you are being a good source, not only of information, but a good source for people that feel they're overwhelmed by things of this world. You're a good source for them to feel normal and feel that they have community.
That's
you guys
nice.
make
I
a
do like the communities. The community crushes. I mean, they're all really, 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 but definitely crushing.
yeah. Tony Merkel told me that I should stop talking to the community, and I was like,
Did he
maybe.
say that? That's a mistake, Tony. Sweet Tony. Sweet,
It might be.
Sweet Merkel.
It might be a mistake, or it might be good advice. You're not a.
Well, I mean, look, let's just say you have a pastor, right? And the pastor has, what happens when the congregation gets to like 1,000 people? Does he go like, I just can't talk to these people anymore? Or is that what he's supposed to do? I'm not saying we're a pastor, but it's like, if you're moving in that direction, do you just stop talking to the people that are finding value? Especially, what is the value that we're offering? Well, we're offering something spiritual. We're offering, I think what we're doing is for the people that have been, I mean, we do a lot of things, I guess. There's a lot of different people that like us. But I know that for me in particular, where Christianity was once, because the culture had convinced me that it was and not to be taken seriously, I have realized it is not, but it actually crushes. And I think we do that for people. We go, look, now this thing crushes, dude. Jesus is awesome. And he is the rock that you want to build all your cool stuff on. So that's good. So do we just go like, there's too many people now, can't talk to them? I don't think so.
I don't know. I think he gets a lot of crazies.
He probably does get a lot of crazies.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a weird one. There's a lot of crazies out there too, but
well, what's his name? Millhouse was in here, and I think Millhouse left. I saw him give the middle finger, and he said something really aggressive, and I don't think that was, do we go, no, we don't talk to Millhouse? We go, no, Millhouse, don't do that. What are you doing? I don't know. I just like all the people. I like Nancy. I like Hinchy. I like Millhouse and Jin and all these people. What's wrong with that? Is there anything wrong with that? Yannette?
No,
Look, it's
fine.
Yannette. She says mom and dad are the best. Yannette crushes. Z-Man. Z-Man's a sweet, sweet baby boy. I don't know. I don't want to stop talking to the people. I'll do it to my detriment. Let's continue on though.
Okay, fair enough. What did he say here? Yeah, so you guys make a great team, and a lot of people will want for you to break up, but only people and the powers of and principalities of high places will want for you to break up as well. But if God's with you, who's against you, no one will prevail. This has gotten long, and I'm gonna do what you do to us. And
Damn,
he finally
just
puts a
fucking
period.
stopped.
Yeah, he puts the first period of this entire email, and that's it.
Well, thank you, Yajirobe. This was wonderful. A little insulting, but it was good. Def Not, I'm sorry. Look, see, they get mad when you leave them out. Def Not got mad that I didn't say Def Not. Def Not, come on, you know that.
Oh, Scott, we mentioned Scott as well.
Scott, shut the f up, Scott.
It must be weird for people that just listen and don't participate to this kind of a show, right? Because we're always talking to these guys. We're always talking to them. They must be like, who's Nancy? Who's Emily?
Def Not liked by Raven.
No,
it's not nice. Come on. I don't dislike you guys. You guys are great. Elohim, JR. Stop it. I'm gonna stop naming you all, because the more I name you guys, the more you get mad. And also, you're not supposed to name the spirits or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, this becomes like Jose's show where you just thank all the.
I would like to thank everybody one by one.
Everyone one by one, but we have to do it real boring and lispy. Hold on. Rat T. Thanks, man. Rat T. Thanks. Definitely.
Also, really wishy washy.
Yeah. Well, thanks, JR. Thanks, I guess. Scott. Thanks for another member.
He does talk like that, right?
That's not nice.
No,
That's not nice.
Great. Well, we don't have time for the third one. Oh no! Wait, let me see, because there was one other one that I wanted to read, but now it's just like so long. Oh no, this is very short. Okay, this is great. So I'm gonna play this. We gotta come on. Shut up, you donkey! Look, Kate, who's one of our favorite schizos. It's Kate, who experienced childhood trauma, and it opened her up to all the spooky dookies. She sent me some, and I gotta find this. Where are we at here? Hold on a second. We're gonna find Kate. and then we're gonna share her video that I've not watched yet because she was like, here's a video of me speaking to some entity in my sleep, and I was like, not playing that in my house. And I guess I am now because I'm still here, but I didn't want to play it until we got on the show. Where the
Kate, is it Kate's Night Terror?
Kate's Night Terrorist. That's it. There she is. I just went through her page almost. Happy birthday, homie. Come on. Where is it? I can't. Okay, we have to go here because my stupid won't load. Kate.
Should we read it first or?
Yeah, we're gonna read it and then we're gonna end with this video as soon as this loads. I don't wanna f this up though. It's not loading right now. My whole Twitter isn't loading and it's making me mad. And if I can't get it loaded, then this is gonna be a foolish mistake.
Oh, that's right. She only sent it to you. So she goes, I don't know if we should read it. Maybe we should.
Okay, wait, I got it. Oh, it's only 1 minute and 23 seconds long too. Yeah, please read it. This is Kate, anti-speciesist. She's the one who went through all of the bark like a dog, but they didn't make her bark like a dog, but shout out Kate. Also prayers for Kate because she's really going through it, and I don't like to see that. She crushes. But she's been through a lot of trauma in her life. She's the one who submitted the story about, she had that love interest who passed away. That was a really heart-wrenching story. It was she has seen some. Kate is a long time sleepwalker, among many things. And so this pertains to a very recent sleep talking incident she had. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. So let's
the worst show ever.
Man, yeah. You want to read it? You can read it.
I'll read it. This will be shorter.
Okay.
This is from Kate. Night Terror, one page. I tried to attach a video here, but it's too large, only about a minute. So I'm sending it to Raven on Twitter if that's okay.
It's not okay. It's not.
I mean, you did it anyway.
Yeah. It's not okay.
I want to say the day before this attack, I had unspecified impending doom. I could feel it all over and around me. Was not PMSing. Yeah, that's what we were talking about recently. It's weird. Yeah. Unspecified.
Well, I actually did. I made a tweet today. It was kind of a like an information-based tweet where I said women store their period blood in their butt cheeks until they're ready to release it, which takes about a month, give or take, and that women with bigger butt cheeks have heavier flows.
Yeah, blood. Real. That's real for real. All right,
so right now, yeah, she's talking not on her blood butt.
Not on her blood butt. Right. Maybe the day before. The day after this attack on me and my sleep, I felt as if I had a run a marathon all night, like I'd been awake for a week fighting for my life against something. I had to work the next day and I couldn't stand up straight, couldn't think straight, and kept feeling intense fear and sadness. I'm usually pretty energized at work, so this is not normal. I take care of old people who have dementia.
Oh,
is
wow.
She like,
is that what she says?
Yeah. Like she's like Dr. Sleep?
She's giving them spookies.
Oh, yeah. This is I mean, Kate would find herself working in a place like this.
Of course she would. Man.
You work the night shift, Kate? She probably works the night shift, too.
The night shift in a dementia ward in Alaska.
Crazy.
God.
Yeah. Man. All right. I put a few notes on the video because it's really dark and hard to see. I'm unsure if the weird black stuff I see around me is just camera quality or if it's something dark. Also, I'm moving really weird when I stand up after sitting on the bed for a while. This event gives me so much fear to go to bed, not knowing what I'll do or what may happen.
I hate that. I don't like that for her. I don't like the idea that she's afraid to go to bed. I mean, this is going to be very entertaining and interesting to me, but I do hate that for her.
Honestly, just ignore it, Kate. Just ignore it. Whatever it is, just push it deep down.
Yeah.
Top Lobsta's dog.
That's it. You just push it down. Here's an advice from men. Push it down until it kills you.
Until it kills you. But honestly, you'll get some sleep. You would.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So be it. It's like, whatever comes, what is this? Come what may.
Come what may. That's an interesting thing. When I was, I got I was going through a really serious breakup. I was packing up an entire apartment, and she left in the middle of it, and she said, "F you, I cheated on you with this guy. I'm gonna go and be with him instead." And I was like, "But I'm packing up our entire apartment to move it into another apartment." And she said, "Yeah, I'm not going to that apartment. So have fun cleaning up all these belongings. I'm leaving." And I was very sad. I cried a lot, very, and I felt super lost and sad because only like a couple of years before that I was homeless. I just felt so worthless. She said a bunch of things about me too, about how like my mom didn't love me and that's why I was homeless. Anyway, so and I'm like, oh, just spiraling, emotional man. And I sit in a little closet because there's a little closet in there, and somehow the little closet is like, I'm gonna go cry in the closet. And written on the wall was "Come what may." And I was like, And then I stood up and I finished cleaning the rest of the apartment because I was like, yeah, come what may.
It's gonna come anyway.
It's gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
There we go. Nailed it.
There it is.
All right, we got the crickets.
I didn't
Still.
mean the
Okay.
crickets, that was
Back in
an accident.
2014 or so, I was sleeping and someone tried to cover me with covers, or so he said. And I backhanded him so hard I popped a blood vessel in his eye. And I said in a weird voice, "Why are you trying to confine me?" Jeez. I do not remember this. I was asleep. He later accused me of being a demon. Wonder why, Kate. Scott said in the chat that we should forward her story or reach out to Vicky for Kate. And I think
that's a good idea.
Can you write that down?
Idea. Yeah. I don't have a single thing to write with. Oh, I do. Hold on.
Yeah, we will forget if we do not.
I'm not trying to pet you. I'm trying to get this pen.
This guy's the worst. All right. So he later accused me of being a demon, as if I myself am posing as a human in this body and that I'm not who I say I am. He flat out asked me, "Who are you really?" Wow. Being mentally fragile from a young age, childhood trauma, PTSD, mental illness, I took that really hard. It hurt my soul to be accused of being evil. I believe I am oppressed or attacked by dark entities, but I have no idea why I'd say confine. That's not a word I'd ever use. Was some entity in me while I was sleeping? Anyway, I'm going to keep my camera signed up for recording playback and continue monitoring what I say and do in my sleep.
Oh my God.
Up until this last one, I've never seen myself on video, and it's pretty upsetting. It's also embarrassing to share, but it's good content for the show.
I love Kate. She needs to get out of Alaska. You know what? I think we're just gonna start hiring all of our broken supporters.
We need more money to do that. So you guys gotta like and subscribe and leave a 5-star review so that way we could do this. It would be cool to have. What I'd like to do is I'd like to buy some acres, more acres, like maybe like another 10,
and record all you guys sleeping.
No, but yes, that's part of it. No, there's actually this like when you're driving on 441 down there, you could see this metal. It's not a shack. It was like a factory, and it's like has no roof. But I always look at it and I go, I want to buy that. I want to buy that. And I want to keep all of our workers like Nancy in there, and I want them all dressed in white, and they're not allowed to leave. And we record them while they sleep and while they wake. But they work for us. They do uploads and things like that.
Oh, it's like Fish Tank, but spooky?
It's Fish Tank, but they just work for us.
Yeah, dangerous Fish Tank. There we go.
Yeah, they're all wearing white Vans and white, like white scrubs. Yeah. And they all just bumble around in there.
I really don't like that that Kate is in Alaska. I don't like that we have somebody who I'm very fond of. No, it's not rent free. You guys have to pay to be on camera. Are you kidding me?
You pay us and work for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the deal. Because we love you. All right. Let's.
So she finishes this. This video may not look scary or sound scary to onlookers, but knowing how I sound when I cry and how I sound when I'm begging and terrified, it is disturbing to me because it's real. Thanks for reading. What are we about to watch?
I don't know, dude. We're gonna play it. So share this tab, and we'll make this big screened. And all right, is this on the thing? Here, let's pull this up. I feel so bad because we're watching this.
It's not coming up. Oh, there it is.
No, it's there. It's fascinating to me, but I also hate that this is happening to Kate. I really do. Guys, seriously, as this show is a lot of comedy, and I'm sure we're going to make fun of Kate, but pray. We have this group of all these people that all give a shit about each other, and they support us, but they support each other in this chat, this group, this community of dangerous is flourishing. It costs nothing to pray for each other, and I don't like that Kate is still going through this, and I don't like that she has to be afraid to go to sleep.
Yeah, don't be a piece of shit that says that you're gonna do it and then don't do it.
Yes,
like me.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna watch this, and she said it's gonna be underwhelming, so don't expect. We're not gonna see, but I'm trying to make sense of what's going on. I see a window.
This would actually be a very funny jump scare to do.
Oh my god, if Kate just pops up from the bottom of the screen and goes, ah! So I could see a room, I could see a window in the back right corner.
I guess the red light is what's recording there.
The red light is what's recording. I gotta take my shades
in a mirror
for this one.
Yeah.
All right, let's let it rip. Is the volume all the way up? Okay.
What? No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Please, I can't do that.
Oh. Oh my god. She says, I assume I kept sobbing and begging, but my camera is cheap and cut off. That made my eyes water. I don't like that. Says that she sat there for several minutes doing nothing. It's also broad daylight out because Alaska.
So she probably does work. Oh, right. It's Alaska. Unless she's working the midnight shift because it says 10. It's 10
o'clock. It just
o'clock.
doesn't matter, right? Because it's always bright.
Well, it's either always bright or always dark. And then I think they have a season where it's kind of normal, but okay.
All right, let me finish this. "25 minutes of me out of bed off camera. No idea what I was doing." Ugh. Then it shows I'm back in bed. There's my leg. Dude, I really didn't like that.
Yeah.
That was upsetting.
I didn't like that. Is this I guess it's a constant thing for her.
I suppose. I want to like get her a better camera, but also like for what? So that I can exploit her on this show and watch her. Dude, that was not cool. Hinchy said, does she know there's a jumping around her room? I mean, I think that's her. It's a low quality. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I see what she's talking about with there's like a black artifacts that are around her as she's moving, but I think it might be just camera quality. I'm not sure that it's.
I'm gonna pull it back only because the beginning, like, dude, the sadness is a lot.
I hear this again. That sucked.
What?
Like, what is going on?
I can't do that.
All right, pause it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. When she initially gets up, there's like a lot of black being thrown around. I just can't listen to it anymore. That's not good.
Not good. Yeah, I told her, I don't know if I told her, if I said it to you. I think I said it to her in a previous thing. I don't remember what I said it, but she's dealing with something in this spirit realm. You know, you want a good handle on that, talk to Vicky Joy Anderson, listen to the confessionals with Tony Merkel, and you get a good sense of how much goes on in these dream realms as far as what we're subjected to if we have let's say bad dealings with some entity, and how real it is. Yeah, she is dream talking.
Well, it sounds
That's
like she's
true.
saying she can't do this. So
Yeah, and she's pleading with something.
it sounds like she, I don't know, what comes to mind is that uh the idea of making deals,
Mm-hmm.
and working for something. Well, if you're telling something that you can't do this, it means it's asked you to do something.
Yeah, and so she's pleading with it, and she's saying she can't, and whatever it is that she can't do is incredibly emotionally provoking. And I mean, at the very least, even if you were somebody that goes, oh no, this isn't whatever a spiritual thing, this is just run of the mill, this person, Kate, is not getting any rest. Like,
That
you're
takes
not
a toll.
getting any meaningful rest if that's what you're going through while you're sleeping. What covenant is attaching itself to her? Something. I mean, I think this is just, given Kate's previous stories and the trauma that she's been subjected to, this is spiritual. Man, I hate this. Don't live in Alaska, Kate. When do you have any plans to get out of Alaska? Ugh, man. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the isolation and look, honestly, thank God for communities like this, right? Because it seems like I know Kate from, I think, the way that we kind of met each other, if you meet people online, if that's even a thing to say, was in a Sam Tripoli chat. So she had seen us on Tripoli's show, and then she came over to see one of our shows. I recognized the screen name, and then one day I was in like a Rumble chat or a YouTube chat watching Tinfoil Hat, and I saw her pop up again, and we had a brief interaction. And ever since then, she's been really embedded in our community. What I'm getting at is, like, thank God for communities like this, because where the do you turn to if that's what's happening? I mean, obviously you turn to God, but something else is, she's not dealing with your run of the mill attachment or oppression.
I think I know why Tony said what he said, and I think it's just that, like, he's like, I don't want to deal with I think he's dealing with a lot, because when you take this stuff on and you're part of that community, you're dealing with a lot because you're now involved with it. But if you have a community that helps to deal with this stuff, that might be different. I think he's I just don't think he's done a good job of building it from the beginning. He's kind of built like this before any of this stuff really existed or started. It's like 8 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah, like live chats and like that, and Telegram chats and all that stuff. Yeah.
So like people have built a community around him, but he's never really seen it or been part of it, and he's just been spiritually attacked. So I get like the hesitancy to be next to it.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm just in a place where it's like I've experienced so much that I was talking in that chat, and shout out to, we did an episode with her, Mama Shah. And I dropped my dream in the confessionals social media app, whatever it is, and I wanted to see what they thought of it. She actually had a really fascinating thought. She thought it was demonic in nature, like something trying to wedge me away from the church, which is interesting. And I'm not opposed to that, because it's like, okay, so I start going to church, seem to find a place.
The Divination?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I've always expressed this skepticism about church. And then we just did that episode with Vicky Joy Anderson. More or less what the idea is like, yes, something doesn't like that you're finding a place to go, and it's already trying to drive a wedge. And I'm like, that's interesting. And I could totally see that angle. But I mean, he's created a whole thing over there. I don't know how distant he actually is from it, but for me, it's like I've had, in this conversation, I'm like, yeah, I'm in no harm of falling away from this church just because of a dream. And if it is demonic, well, I've dealt with that forever, and it is what it is. It's so kind of the same thing for Kate, where it's like, am I putting myself in harm's way, just like on paper, if you look at it, by involving myself too closely with people who might have, like, yeah, probably I am, but it's been happening for a long time anyway. And what am I supposed to do? Leave the people who support me out to dry, right? And I'm not saying that that's what Tony's doing at all, but I'm just saying that's how I see it, is like, what is the point in believing what I believe in and then gathering people around me who believe in the same thing, just to be like, when you come to me with your I go, I put up the wall and I go, you can't come any closer. I don't think that these things can, especially knowing what I know now, I've got more of an edge over the demonic realm than I ever have in my life. And so it just doesn't make sense to me that I would put up the wall to try to protect myself now, when, what does it say? If God is with us, then who can prevail against us, or something like that? It's like, that's where I'm at these days. Yeah, Z-Man, what I am saying is Tony needs to start calling his supporters more often. I think that
No,
would
we're
be...
not saying, I don't think Tony needs to do anything.
He's crushing. He's doing just fine.
We
I'm just
need
saying
to-
I got a different approach.
Yeah. I just wonder. I mean, I think it's advice, whether it's good or bad, it's advice, and it's advice for a reason,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Something to take into consideration.
Yeah.
But you know what Tony does that I wouldn't do? You would not catch me in the woods at night.
No, yeah. Do you know what? That's actually a great point. He just did I mean, I know he's doing a documentary, or they're about to air one about, he's like, there's a portal in the woods, and like, we went out there and somebody stepped through it. I'm like, not me. I'll talk to Kate.
Yeah.
I'm not walking through a fucking portal, dude. It's great. I guess, you know what though, that these are the ends of the spectrum of what people will and won't do. So who the hell am I to say, like, who's right or who's wrong? It's just
honestly
advice.
though, if you told me, like, hey, you want to go into the tunnel system beneath Indiana, I'd be like, I kind of think I have to go into the tunnel system.
I will tell you,
Indiana.
Absolutely not. Not gonna be
so cool.
Yeah, it would be cool, but I don't think. I mean, it just seems like a good way to get a like real deal attachment.
Well, I'm not worried about the attachment as much as I'm worried about the spelunking accident, which is real. Yeah, like cave is scary, dog.
Oh yeah.
So I think I would do that. I'm just saying that as hyperbole. It's like you're willing to go out into the forest with your AR looking for Dogman, but you're putting up I don't know, to each his own. You know where your strong points are, right? And where they're not. So
yeah,
I don't think he's doing anything wrong, but
he's not hitting his employees either. I mean,
that's a problem. Yeah, that is something that Tony Merkel is doing incorrectly, which is he's not his employees, or maybe he is. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't want to assume that of a man, that he's not his employees, but
Epstein's just as weak.
Epstein's egg. All right, so let's bring it in for a landing. This is fun. I feel horrible. It makes you wish you could do something, but I don't know what to do.
We'll pass your information on to Vicky Joy Anderson. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you.
I did. I wrote that down. Vicky for Kate.
Yeah, it seems like you've been struggling with this kind of stuff for a while. I just wonder. I really do wonder. It sounds like what Scott said. Are you in covenant with an entity? Do you remember doing any signatures or signing any contracts? Even in your dream, this is what Vicky talks about all the time, right? Like in the dream state, you can't agree, but it's not binding. So I think you should talk to Vicky. We'll set that up. Maybe you could email her, or however Vicky contacts people, and
In
see,
the astral realm only.
Some of it's just I'll meet you on the hill. You know, I'm like, all right, yeah. See if she has any like good advice for you.
Yeah,
because there are ways. I think there are ways that like Vicky was telling us last time about like legal ways and even some physical ways to get over some of these things. So we'll see what she thinks about it.
Well, at least we'll do that. That's the least that we could do. And also we can pray for her because that requires nothing except for not being a faggot, which I know is hard for us to overcome. I know we said we were going to say good things this episode. We were going to say that kind of stuff. I'm sorry for saying that kind of stuff. All right. Let's thank you guys for watching. And
the stages of grief of David as he goes through the episode. He's like, we shouldn't have said those things at the beginning.
I'm trying to get
but
better.
we start off every episode just so much fun. We started off like, oh, this is fun. This is fun. And then it's a video of Kate screaming, and we're like,
I didn't like the emotion. I didn't like how
serious.
I hated it. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't like it. Man.
Obey submit comply.
Come work for us. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
You can persuade people that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see. You can't. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have.